Dear students, welcome to EPG Pathshala and e-content project under the National Mission on Education through ICT. I am Professor Seva Singh, former Head Department of Library and Information Science, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. Today we will discuss about the module on marketing of academic library services. This module forms part of the paper on academic library system. To fulfill the objectives of higher education, there has been tremendous increase in educational institutions as well as libraries. Academic library is a service agency set up to further the cause of education. To improve the quality of education, importance of libraries has rather increased. Library services, therefore, must be promoted among the users. This leads the librarian toward marketing the library and information services offered by the library. Marketing is a function of management in business and industrial organization. Marketing is different from selling. One sells an automobile, but marketing looks at transport needs. Marketing is therefore aggregate of many activities such as promotion, advertising, etc. Focus of marketing concept is the customer. It is therefore customer oriented and not product oriented. Marketing is anything you do to get or keep a customer. Accordingly, if we look at the characteristics of marketing, some of these include user or client orientation rather than product or material or process orientation. So focus here is upon the user of the services or the product rather than on the product or the material or the service itself. Another characteristic is the concern for quality rather than quantity. So this is very important in itself, where quality of product or service is taken into consideration rather than the quantitative aspect of product or service. Another characteristic could be emphasis on effectiveness rather than efficiency. One may be efficient in providing a service, but the service may not be as effective. Therefore, this characteristic speaks more about effectiveness of service or the product. So effectiveness is the core aspect of this characteristic. Yet another characteristic is that there should be stress on benefits to the users rather than intrinsic merits of the service. Whatever service or product is delivered to the user, it must be beneficial to the user or the user group or that particular segment of the user. So in view of these characteristics, we can obviously look at the need for marketing. A successful marketing strategy is required for such reasons as to create awareness among users about library services, create desire for library services in view of inadequate use, build understanding of the value of the services, increase level of usage and expand the user base, promote use of information resources in view of huge investments, create and increase demand for library and information services. These are some of the reasons why we need marketing. The basic and the ultimate objective, of course, being that we need to create and increase demand for library and information services as well as products. This leads us as to what marketing is meant for, or what could be the possible functions of marketing. One is analysis. Before marketing of library services and products, analysis of the customers, markets, and competitors is essential. Such an analysis will help to undertake SWOT analysis also. SWOT means strength, weakness, opportunity, and thirst. Another function is planning. It involves setting the objectives, making choice of target markets, marketing strategies, etc. Implementation is another function. It includes recruiting staff, allocating tasks, making budgets, promoting library services. Control. At this stage, progress is evaluated against performance standards, marketing goals, result comparison, changes made, etc., so that necessary actions could be taken. With need and functions of marketing in mind, the librarian and information professionals have to develop a marketing strategy. Marketing strategy is a process that can allow an organization to concentrate its limited resources on the greatest opportunities to increase use of services and products. It's a method of focusing on organizations' energies and resources to increase sale of products and services. It combines product development, promotion, distribution, pricing, relationship management, etc. It determines the choice of target market segments, positioning, market mix, allocation of resources, etc. Marketing strategy deals with the interplay of three C's, namely customer, competition, and corporation. Corporation here indicates the organization. With this marketing strategy in mind, library and information professionals can always develop a marketing strategy for their academic libraries. The main components in this strategy for academic libraries would include market analysis. It helps knowing the potential of market of users, parent institution, government, other funding agencies, etc. Once market is identified, its size may also be determined. User analysis is another component. It helps library staff to know about the users in detail. Users can be categorized to make services more useful. These user categories in the context of academic library could be students, researchers, faculty, visiting faculty, administrative staff, etc. Organizational analysis. It is based on available resources, attitude of authorities, experience of staff, etc. Organizational analysis helps library to know its strong points which can be turned into opportunities. And competitive analysis. Academic libraries need to know their potential competitors like other college and or university libraries. Their services must be evaluated to compare user needs and wants, because this type of comparison will always be useful to develop our own marketing strategy, which could be a bit more effective. If a proper marketing strategy has to be developed for an academic library, some elements must be taken into consideration. And the essential elements of marketing include market research and analysis. Such an analysis is essential before venturing into marketing of any product or service. Librarian can follow any of the available market analysis tools. Product or service development and targeting is another significant element. It has to be targeted to the needs of any given segment of users. Cost and pricing of the product or service. We know these days, in the present information society, information processing is also not free. Costs and pricing of information products and services therefore need to be worked out so that no service or product is provided free of cost. However, it may be reasonably priced product or service delivered to the user segments. Promotion. Library services can be promoted by means of brochures, pamphlets, posters, guides, handbooks, publicity, exhibitions, demonstrations, etc. These promotion tools could be adopted within the library as well as outside the library premises. Another significant element of marketing is user education. The aim is to communicate about a service, explain its benefits, how it can be accessed by the users, and how its use can be made to the satisfaction of needs, etc. Dissemination of information or service or product is a significant element. It is conveying of information to users through some given channels like interpersonal delivery, in-house dissemination, mass media, mail, telephone, etc. Such tools help greatly to disseminate information, etc. to the target users. Evaluation of services and products is yet another important element of marketing. For example, product could be equated with the customer needs and wants. Price equal to cost to user. Place is considered as convenience. Promotion is equal to communication of the product or service. Let us now discuss the 4 P's one by one and know the significance of all these in the 4P model. Product is the first and most important element of marketing mix. Product is anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy a want or a need. Product includes physical goods, services, experiences, events, persons, information, ideas, and so on. In developing a product or service, understanding of customers' specific requirements is very essential. The credibility of the product will make the reputation of the library as a source of up-to-date information, knowledge, learning facilities, etc. Price is yet another important element here. Information processing involves costs, but all information services and or products may not involve price for a customer. Costs are all expenditure incurred in producing and disseminating of product or service. Pricing is the key component in determining the price and establishing overall value of a product. Price is the only indicator that generates revenue for organization. Product or service price is based on internal and external factors. Internal factors include such as the cost of the product, marketing objective, marketing mix strategy, and fixing the price. While external factors include nature of market or nature of demand, competitors' costs and price, and other environmental factors which necessitate fixing the price of the product or service. In the emerging market economy, library professionals are now considering pricing their services and or products so that users feel that the service or the product they are making use of has not come for free, and hence it is not of much less utility. If the users pay something as a price towards the service or the product they receive from the library, they would value that service and product and would use with utmost care to their benefit. Place is another important component of marketing mix, and in this context, place is commonly referred to as distribution channel of a product. Place should be according to the convenience of the customers or users of the library services. Marketing managers use various channels such as distributors, wholesalers, retailers, agents, etc. as intermediaries to deliver their products, services, or processes. Significance of place for a library is very much made clear in 5 laws of library science, where it is said that library should be set up as far as possible at a central place or a convenient place in the organization or the society. In an educational institution, it is suggested that library must be easily accessible, approachable from all the corners of the educational institution. Similarly, if a public library has to be established in the community, then again it should be in a convenient place so that it is put to use by more and more users. Again, opening hours of the library, rules for lending books and other documents, help from staff on the reference desk or elsewhere, are other important elements which constitute place as a channel. A good and clear sign system is important in library as it can communicate the intentions, the spirit, and the theme of the library. Signage, therefore, is very important right from the entrance of a large library to the stack area, the reading hall, various specialized sections of documents like textbook section, rare book section, manuscript section, map area, periodical area, etc. Signage or a good sign system, a clear sign system would help greatly to the new users particularly to know as to where are placed or located documents of his or her interest. Promotion is another important element in marketing mix. It refers to communication with customers. Success lies in knowing the customer, what they require, and how to provide it to them that makes it valuable. There are various methods that form part of promotion in academic library. Advertising, for example, is one such method which the library can also adopt. Advertising of the products and services the library is offering. It could be through various channels which are available these days. Newsletters and leaflets can be designed. They should be designed adequately, appropriately to make the user aware about various library services, facilities, products, activities, and so on. Leaflets can also be distributed among the user community or various user segments. Personal selling is very important for promoting library services and products, where the librarian can establish a personal rapport with the users, and by speaking to them, he can always sell, promote his services and products. Library guides can be prepared adequately, appropriately by the library, and these can be distributed among the users. These library guides can give a broad overview about the organization, the arrangement, etc. of documents and other services in the library. Sales promotion, like any other marketing organization or institution, can also be adopted by the library. Public relations is considered very, very important channel for promoting library services. It could be within the library and outside the library as well. Librarian can establish relations with his users on individual basis as well as in groups, because such rapport would help to achieve the objectives of the library. Email and listservs these days are very important channels for promoting library services and products. Their use should be made to the maximum, and information about services and products should be sent to the users through their emails, etc. Internet is yet another useful channel these days, and it has assumed much more importance in the present social setup. So these are the four P's model, 4 P's and the 4P model. But in addition to the 4 P's of product, price, place, and promotion, 3 more P's, namely people, physical evidence, and processing, have also been suggested to be added, making it a 7 P's model. This model requires more direct contact of information providers and recipients, visible nature of service, and so on. The 3 additional P's which have been added, people is important element, rather the most important element of any service. People include those persons working frontline, backstage, and those who deliver service. These people can considerably influence through their regular contact. They can easily influence customer perception about a product or service, and hence they can obviously promote it for the benefit of the user as well as of the library. Services are produced and consumed at the same time. So in a library setup, people obviously are the central core, hence they must be selected, trained, and motivated very carefully. Library staff, therefore, must extend courtesy, politeness, helpfulness, attentiveness, and friendliness to the customers, because these elements of library staff working on frontline particularly obviously will influence user perception not only about the services but also about the library and the staff. Physical evidence is another significant element in the 7P model, and physical evidence indicates the environment in which the service is delivered. It includes any tangible commodities that facilitate performance and communication of the services. Physical evidence should consist of the delivery of services so as to provide maximum customer satisfaction in an ambient condition. Physical evidence may consist of appearance, that is, decor and image of library and its staff. Their appearance must be attractive and pleasing. Atmosphere should be welcoming and friendly so that users do not feel upset while in the library. Cleanliness. It goes without saying that cleanliness is next to godliness, therefore it is very important. Stock area, study area should be clean, tidy, etc. It should be inviting so that users could sit for study and feel like remaining in the library. Comfort is another aspect of physical evidence. It covers physical comfort, general ambience, spacious layout, etc. Such things obviously would motivate the users to make use of library services, library resources, and library products, and so on. Process is next important element in 7P's model. Process is a recent phenomenon, but organizations are now slowly moving toward it. Process includes procedures, mechanism, and flow of activities. Activities producing outputs, services, and deliver them to the customers. Process indicates a shift from evaluating outputs only to evaluating the processes. This shift is certainly very important, where processes are evaluated so as to improve the end result, that is, the service or the product. Processes help in control of services and bring uniformity in their delivery. These procedures and activities, therefore, need to be carefully designed regarding reliability and communication of the procedures and processes. Now, with the IT in place, processes can be refined and quality services can be delivered to users. Market segmentation. It is the process of division of market into identical groups of customers who need different products or services. In academic libraries, customers or users have diverse nature. They can be divided into simple segments of faculty, research scholars, postgraduates, undergraduates, non-teaching staff, etc. More segments of part-time students, distance learners, on self-supporting courses, students on university franchised courses, etc. can be added now, and this would constitute important segment. Methods of segmentation is required to serve the users better, and there are various methods and bases of market segmentation, but some of the well-known are geographical segmentation of user community, that is the region, the country, the state, the district, the rural area or urban area they belong to. Demographic segmentation may also be helpful, which could be based upon age of the users, gender of the users, lifestyle, income of the users, family, etc. Psychographic segmentation. This segmentation would include or could be on the basis of users' attitudes, users' lifestyle, values, personality traits, etc. Behavioral segmentation, which could be based upon knowledge of the users, their usage of information, response to services, attitude to library resources and services, etc. Strength of market segmentation lies not in product or service, but in the end user. So, end user is obviously very important here, because all the services and products designed and developed by the library are focused on the end user only. Therefore, library and information should be designed to meet the needs of individual users of all the segments. Once segmentation is done, the library information professionals can follow some strategies for market segmentation. We know that library users are unique as individuals asking for a particular library or information service. That uniqueness lies in every individual user. Some users, however, remain unattended to, but library can serve them effectively by following at least three strategies. One is undifferentiated marketing. All users are treated similarly and offered the same products, that is, books, journals, bibliographies, databases, etc. They are also offered same services like lending service, reference service, interlibrary loan service, online service, and so on. Differentiated marketing. Academic library may develop specific services for smaller user segments with different needs. And third is concentrated marketing. Library attempts to provide in-depth services in specialized areas by concentrating on small number of users. For example, SDI, that is selective dissemination of information on a given topic, research project, etc., for a small group of users who have common interest. Therefore, segments must be relevant to the needs. Segments must be sizable to serve them better. Segments must be measurable, and segments must be helpful to the academic libraries so that the objectives of the library are effectively met with. Librarian can go for creating a marketing plan. To fulfill the objectives of academic library, it requires a different approach. To promote the use of valuable information resources, it must shift from product or service orientation to customer or need orientation. This needs attention from the library professionals that user is the king. And in laws of 5 laws of library science, they revolve around the user so that every activity, process, service, product should be designed, should be meant for the benefit of the user. Marketing of information products and services provides with the tools for collecting and analyzing useful data about user needs. Needs assessment is therefore central to any program of product development and essential to establish the targets for any marketing process. Creating a customer-centered and strategic marketing plan has become part of effective library management. It is therefore a good starting point for marketing library and information services. It's a wonderful tool for communicating with administration about library vision, for enhancing information products, image, and capabilities. Thus, modern academic libraries can become market-oriented organizations and fulfill their objectives. So, dear students, with this we sum up this module, which describes the concept of marketing as an effort to bring in new customers or new programs to create more demand for existing services. It highlights the need for marketing in view of changing outlook of library clients toward information resources and services. It discusses various functions of marketing, states the need to develop marketing strategy, describes adequately the 4 Ps and 7 Ps models, discusses market segmentation and its methods, makes a case for market plan for academic libraries for enhancing usage of library services and improving image of libraries in the 21st century. Thank you very much.